uh, not Facebook, YouTube doesn't like it when I play music. So, all right. So if you're watching this as a recording, I forgot to record the warm up, so make sure you warm up. Um, all right. So you guys gave some really great suggestions this morning. So we're going to do our single leg hinge with rotation. We're going to do two different kinds. We're going to do one where we face the anchor and one where our hip is facing the anchor. So our first one, you're going to hinge and you're going to turn away from your legs. So you're going to face your anchor. You want to pull your handles and you want to hold them taut kind of by your ears through the whole motion. And you'll see, like, if you start to like extend your arms, you're going to lose your balance. So keeping them taut is going to be part of the key. And you're just going to hinge, keep those taut, and then you're going to turn away from that leg and come back and back up. It reminds me a lot of doing when you're in yoga and you're doing your standing split and you do like half moon, right? I think it's called half moon. Anyway, so it's going to be similar, but you're going to hold those handles here. You're going to hinge. And you're going to turn away from that leg. Woo! So we're going to do it for a minute. We're going to work our right side and then our left side. Then we're going to do some classic bicep curls. And then we're going to do our squats with the wall slide. And then we're going to do a really steep row, okay? So those are all going to be just 30 seconds. The hinging, we're going to give ourselves a minute so we don't feel rushed. We have time to kind of get our grounding. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, and here it is. So you're on your right leg. You're pulling those handles really close to your cheeks. You're going to hold them taut. You're going to hinge. Turn away from that leg. Rotate, face the ground, and back up. And do it again. Keep pulling those handles nice and taut. If this feels pretty comfortable to you, you're like, I've been here before. Maybe try to play with your rotation here. Whoop. See if you can open it up. Work through that bell. Work that rotation a little bit more. Pull those handles nice and tight. The minute you start to let them go or let them saw, you'll see. It will mess with your balance. Good. We're going to switch legs here in 5, 3, 2, 1. Come on up, switch sides. Same thing, you're just working your other side. Remember, you're going to turn away from your leg. So if you're on your left leg, you're turning to the right. If you're on your right leg, you're turning to your left. Keep pulling those handles nice and taut. Don't let them saw. Don't let them go. A little bit of static shoulder work, right? That's fun. A little bonus. Y'all like a bonus. Work through that bell. Woo. Pull those handles. Keep them nice and taut. Last 3, 2, 1. Ah! All right, bicep curls. Just good old-fashioned curls. So elbows extended right out from your shoulders. When you curl, those handles come to your temples. Nice and strong in your core. We go into our squat with our wall slide. So hands in those straps. those elbows in. When you squat, extend those arms long. Pull those elbows into your ribs. Good. Stay there. I'm gonna ditch the sweatshirt. It's nice. I'm actually warming up. Back in the winter, I just left it on. I didn't warm up. 3, 2, 1. Grab those handles. Come down into tabletop. Nice deep row here. So pull those elbows back behind you as much as you can. Squeeze. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. And release. Back for a single leg. Single leg hinge with rotation. So if you're already feeling your butt this morning, you might be feeling it extra now. Keep pulling those handles nice and taut. Work through this bell here. You're working through it. Stay on that same leg. I want you to feel like you have time. Last 4 seconds here, and I'm going to switch legs. Right there. Definitely tell which side is wobblier for me. Keep pulling those straps nice and tight. Sort of a static shoulder, shoulder blades are squeezing together. Work through that bell. Stay on the same leg. After this, we're going into our, woo! I can have my balance. After this, we're going into our bicep curls. Last 3, 2, 1, right here. Challenge your angle here. Kind of find a nice steep angle. Squats with wall slides in 2, 1, here we go. Starting with those elbows tucked, extend those arms when you squat. So again, pushing the back of your hands right into those straps. A lot of sneaky shoulder stuff this morning, huh? Three, 2, 1. Here we go, steep row. Keep your chin tucked. Kind of look down. Towards your belly button, maybe. 2, 1. Last time through. So pulling those handles up by your cheeks or your ears. Hinge. Find your rotation. Maintaining that static pull on those straps. Work through this bell. Switching sides in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Maintaining a nice static pull on those straps. And if this is starting to feel like, you know, like, okay, I got this. Play with that rotation. Can you open it up just a smidge more? Okay, work through this bell. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. Keep those straps taut. Oh, I think I have the squeakiest TRX in the whole world. Got my little speaker. And release. Here are our bicep curls. Again, kind of find that steep angle. So you're only here for 30 seconds. You're not getting that many in. Unless you're like going really fast. Here are our squats. Here we go. Deep row in 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your chin tucked. Don't want any necks flopping about. Oh, get that last little squeeze there. Holding those elbows behind you. And release. Grab a little water. Round 2. We're gonna see a little more butt action. It's gonna be fun. So this time we're gonna do a lateral balance lunge with rotation. So you're gonna have your handles around chest height right here. So whatever hip is facing your anchor point, that's the leg you're gonna be on. So I have my left hip facing, so I'm gonna be on my left leg. So I'm gonna hinge. Oops, hang on, I'm gonna pause that. So you guys are gonna hinge and then rotate toward your leg this time. So last time we were rotating away from it. This time you're gonna rotate toward it, okay? Same thing, you want to keep those straps taut. If you're letting them go slack, it's going to impact your balance. So we're going to do one side, working through that bell, and we're going to flip around and do the other side. And then we've got our right bicep curl. So, so this one where we're just out to the right, hang on, like so, right? And then we're gonna do our right hip drop, but we have a little extra flair to add to that today. So you're gonna drop and kick and bring it up. Drop and kick and bring it up. So we'll work our right and then our left, and then we'll go back through. All right, so balance lunge rotation to begin. 3, 2, 1, and go. So remember, whatever hip is facing that anchor point, that's your leg you're standing on, and you're gonna rotate and face toward that leg. So I'm on my left leg, so I'm rotating to my left. Feels a little funny, at least for me it does. Feels counterintuitive to rotate this way. I want to rotate away from it, but it's really building some good hip strength. Keep going. We're working through that bell. Good. Stay with me 3 seconds here, and we're gonna flip around and switch sides right here. All right, you're on your other side. So remember, whatever hip is facing that anchor point, that's the leg you're on. And then you're rotating toward that leg or toward that anchor point, however you like to think about it. Work through that bell. Keep those straps taut. Good. 5 seconds here, right bicep curl coming up. Release. So here's your right bicep curl. I am at a terrible angle, but your arm should be right out from your shoulder. You want to keep that elbow lifted. Right? Keep it lifted. You can have your legs together, or they can be staggered if that's more comfortable for you. All right, here we go. Here's our hip dip. So hands over your head, dip your hip, kick your leg, and bring it back in. Dip your hip, kick your leg, bring it back in. Now when you're dipping, remember you're between 2 planes of glass. That kick, not so much. Maybe you're kicking through that glass. All right, flip around, starting with that curl. With this curl, you definitely want to be kind of imagining yourself between 2 planes of glass. Keep that elbow up, keep it up at shoulder height here. All right, here we go with our hip dip. So dip your hip, kick your leg, bring it back. Dip, kick, bring it back. Keep those hands over your head. And back. Dip, kick, and back. Dip, kick, and back. Nice job, you guys. Stay with me. We're gonna go to that lateral balance with rotation again, right here. So you're there at your chest, hinge, rotate, and come up. So remember, whatever hip is facing that anchor point, you're on that leg. So if your left hip is facing, you're on your left leg, and you're rotating towards your left. So it helps to think about it, all same side, all same side. Work through this bell. Good. Keep those straps taut. Caught myself getting a little lazy with that. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And everything same side. Hip, leg, rotation. Work through the spell. Work through it. We're going to be working that single arm bicep curl next. Right here. Find your position, like how far you want to be. Keep that elbow up. It's shoulder height. So if you're struggling to keep it up, walk yourself out away from that anchor point just a little bit. Okay? Find that just right position for you. Oh, Colleen, I'm close enough I can read your name. Welcome. I just assumed it was Alicia. All right, and hip dip.
Thanks, Molly.
I can't see names or faces from very far away, but when I'm doing that move, I'm close enough. Dip that hip, kick that leg. I'm gonna flip to that other side. And here it is, starting with that. Ooh, I'm all twisted up. Watch that you don't do that. Keep that elbow up there. Remember to adjust how close or far away you're stepping from that anchor point if you need to. And here we go. Hip dip, kick, bring it back to center. Dip, kick, back to center. Keep those elbows wide. Keep those hands right over that head. about anyone else, but this really isolates my hip flexor for better or worse. All right, here we go. One last time. Our lateral balance with twist. And the same side, so same hip, same leg, same, twisting towards that same direction. Take your time. Why we have this whole minute. I don't want people to feel rushed. I want them to feel like they have time to find that balance, find that twist, work through that bell. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. Why PYT this morning? Hang on, we're going to switch sides here in about 4 seconds. Right here. Flip it around. I took Finn on Saturday to get his first shot, and they were playing the entire Thriller album while we waited. I was very excited. I can't remember the last time I heard that album. Anyway, I was dancing, but trying to be subtle because I know how embarrassing that is for my kids. Work that through that bell. Good. Stay with me here. 2, 1. Here is our curl. Elbow up at shoulder height. Working to isolate that bicep. Four seconds here. We're going to do our hip drop. Right here. Hip drop, kick, back to center. Hip, kick, back to center. Keep those elbows nice and wide. You want to be looking ahead. Hands stay over that head. Good. Flip it around. Other side. Little steep. Three seconds here. And last time with that hip dip. Dip, kick, and back to center. Dip, kick, back to center. Elbows wide, hands over that head. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Grab a little water. And have some fun. Fun ahead of us. We're gonna do a tricep roll out combo, and that's gonna be the one that we work through the bell. So you'll do your triceps, roll out, okay? And then we're gonna do our static hold, and so it's gonna be, hang on. So your static hold, you know, this classic right here. So legs staggered, you're pushing your inside hand against your outside hand as hard as you can and holding it here, right? So there's that. And then when that's done, you're gonna grab, I like to grab the straps here because I have a hard time getting my hands around both of those handles. But then after that, you're gonna grab here, you're gonna walk it in a little bit, and you're gonna push forward, okay? So it'll be static, and then I push forward. And then you're gonna flip around and do your other, actually, no, I'm gonna add on a little bit. And then you're gonna release that, and you're gonna flip around and do a single chest press. And then we will flip around and do our other side with our static hold, press, and then chest press, okay? All right. I'm hoping you remember the chest press because I just added that, I didn't write it down. My brain likes to follow directions. All right, here we go. Tricep roll out, 3, 2, 1. Here it is. So triceps roll out. So this might be different for everybody, but I feel like I can do a steeper tricep than I can a rollout. So if I'm working my really steep tricep, my rollout feels a bit challenging. So that feels like a good spot for you to be, work there. If you feel like you need to bring a leg forward to sort of support, work through that bell to support that, that works too. So just like with our bicep curl, we want our elbows extended right out from our shoulders when we do that tricep. Press. 8 seconds here, and then we're into our static hold. All right, here it is. Set yourself up, press. So I like staggered legs. You want your arms extended right out in front of you, like out in front of your chest. So careful they're not high. Pressing that inside palm against that outside palm and creating some resistance. Straps should be really tight. Hold it here, 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna hold on to our straps and walk it in a little bit and push, right? So if it feels a little kind of, I hate to use the word easy, but a little too comfortable, walk your legs in more. And create some of that resistance. Good. We're gonna do our single arm chest press. 2, 1. Grab just one strap and chest press. Okay. So that free arm, you can do a faux press, or if you want to put it on your hip or across your back, whatever makes the most sense for you. Careful your body's not twisting. Part of the joy of this move is that we get to activate our core a little bit more to prevent twisting. And here's our static hold. So press as hard as you can, inside hand against that outside hand. All your core core muscles are stabilizing. They should be working hard because you're pressing as hard as you can. There we go. Now we're going to step in just a little bit and push it out. Chest press is next. 3, 2, 1. There we go. So you're working your chest press on your other side. That sun feels really nice. It's warming up just nicely on my backside. I'll take it. Last 4, 2, 1. Here we go. Triceps and roll out. Watch those shoulders, don't creep up to your ears. Roll out, stay nice and long like a plank. Good, work through that bell. We're working through that bell. Remember, your kegels are part of your stabilizers. Don't leave them out of the work. You should keep like some anatomy drawings nearby. So if people are like, I don't know what my kegels are, you can show them, right? That'd be helpful. All right, static hold. Pushing into that palm as hard as you can. Stabilize, stabilize. Again, your kegels. Little muscles you use to stop that flow of pee. They're not very big, but they're super helpful. Super, super helpful. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna grab it, step it in a little bit, and push it forward, and bring it back. So if this is feeling quite comfortable, I want you to walk your feet into that anchor point, kind of create some resistance with an angle, okay? Like it might feel comfy here, but when you push out, that should be where you're feeling some work. You could also try it with your feet together. That creates a little more challenge. And here is our single arm chest press. Static hold on the other side. Push, push. Good. And here we go. Pressing forward. Again, finding that just right angle. Maybe you want to walk those feet together. if that makes it more challenging for you in just the right spots. Here's our single arm press. We're gonna go through this one last time. Going back, our triceps and our rollout. Here it is. Triceps, roll out. I think we've talked about this before, but with the triceps or with the rollout, some people like to push their handles together. Work through that bell. And that creates a little more stability. So handles independent or pushed together, they're both valid. One just creates a little more stability than the other. Shoulders out of those ears. Engaging from those kegels all the way up through the abdominal muscles. And here's our static hold. Push, 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 push. Right out in front of your chest. I just caught myself trying to go higher. I don't know why. Sometimes we cheat and we don't even know why or what it's doing. And release. Here we go. Push it forward. See how I do with my legs together. I like them. I like them staggered. I'd rather walk it in closer. Keep them staggered. Good. 3 here and single arm chest press. Two, one, and here we go. Here, static hold. Push, push, push. Push it in. Not really. It's not really in anything. Or you get something. 3, 2, 1. Here's our last push forward. I think that should be it for garbage day for us. I hope. We'll see. 2, 1. Here's our single arm chest press. Last time. Last one. Then we're going to grab a little water and get ready for pull-ups. Pull-ups are a great idea. Haven't done them in a little while. Just forgot about them, I guess. All right, release, which is a shame. Oh my gosh, it's 8:51. We didn't even get to the ground. Okay. Let's skip pull-ups. Let's do some side plank. That was actually requested. I did not realize how long this class was. Math. Okay. We're gonna do some side plank. So nope. All right, here we go. So we're gonna choose our traditional Tabata timer. So it's 4 minutes. So it'll be kind of line us up pretty perfectly. We'll start in side plank. You have a 10-second rest. You're gonna roll to prone plank, and then other side, and so forth. We'll just keep going back and forth. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Up you go. Side plank. Just holding. If you want to get fancy, you can. Hang on. I think my other timer's still going. I thought if I wasn't in it, it would just turn off, but apparently not. 3, 2, 1. Release, rotate, face prone. Hang on a second. I'm gonna turn that one off. Start. Okay, you're still resting. We're gonna go into prone plank. 2, 3, 2, 1. Up. There you go. If you want, you can add your knee tuck, or you can make it static. 3, 2, 1. Release. Onto your other side. We're going to keep it static, but if you added flare, add the same flare. 2, 1. Up you go. Release. We're going to go back to our first side and add a reach through or thread the needle. 2, 1. Up and thread the needle. Woo. Good. Release. Let's do a little bear. So prone plank, bear. 2, 1. Up. So hips right over those knees and extend one leg, and then the other. Nice job. To your other side, or thread the needle. 3, 2. Up. Thread. Come on down. We're going to go back to that first side. We're going to do each side one more time. 3, 2. All right, up. This time we're going to dip our hip and then lift and reach. Dip, lift, and reach. Good. Dip, lift, and reach. So it's a really big squeeze. Do those obliques. Good. Release. Other side. And then we're stretching.
3, 2, 1.
Up. Dip. And lift and reach. Dip. Whoop. Lift and reach. Dip. Lift and reach. Dip.
3, 2,
Lift
1.
and reach.
Stop.
Nice job. Come on out of those straps. Sit it back into child's pose and stretch it out here for a second. Go ahead and come to hands and knees. Let's take just a little gentle cat-cow. So nice big inhale into cow and exhale into cat. Press your palms, touch that tailbone, and inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. And release. Go ahead and let's swing around. Come onto our bottoms. I'm gonna come a little closer. I feel like I can't see anybody. All right, let's extend our right leg out long and take our left leg, right? You can put it right against your thigh. And nice big inhale here, and on that exhale, hinge forward. So you're kind of reaching your belly button toward the thigh of your extended leg. Try to keep your bent leg, try to keep that knee as close to the ground as you can. I actually really like this one for a stretch through the hip of my bent leg. I know a lot of people like that figure 4 stretch and pigeon, and those are all great too. And just for me, I don't know, I just feel it here. But we can get to those other ones also, because I know we all have sore hips and butts. Nice big inhale, and on that exhale, reach it up. And let's hug that knee into our chest. And then we can take a little nice big inhale and twist. And release. And let's do a seated figure 4. So you're gonna bend your extended leg, cross your ankle over that knee, flex your foot, and then you can scooch your bottom end close wherever you need to feel that stretch through your outer hip. And yes, you're pushing. I like to get as close as I can and then push with my hands. So I'm drawing the shoulders away from my ears. I'm long in my arms and in my spine. And I'm pressing that bent knee away from me. And then you can slide your bottom back to release it, extend that leg that was over the knee, and bend your other leg. A nice big inhale, exhale, reach. So again, trying to bring torso kind of parallel to the thigh. Let your head go. With each inhale and exhale, see if you can't just bring yourself a little bit closer. Keep this knee down as well as you can. Nice big inhale here, and on that exhale, reach it up. And then we're gonna bring that knee into our chest. Nice big inhale, and on that exhale, reach around, get your twist in. You can hug your knee or bring your elbow to the outside of it, whatever feels best for you. And then release that twist. And we're gonna cross that ankle over that knee, flex your foot, and slide your bottom in. Look for that spot where you're getting that stretch in your outer hip. Breathe, push through those palms, making those arms long, torso long, shoulders out of your ears. Keep drawing that knee away from your torso as much as you can. And release. Good. And let's come up. We're going to come up to standing. So just from your little squat, just kind of shimmy up nice and easy. I want to get those front hip flexors. So we're just going to do a standing leg squat. Standing leg quad stretch. And so push the top of that foot into your palm. And then push those hips forward just a little bit. If you want to, you can go into dancer. Let's see if I can do it. I can, it's not very pretty. But so dancer, you start to hinge forward. You start to hinge forward and you want to continually be pressing that foot into your hand and trying to like get a nice hip flexor stretch when you do it. Whoop. And if that doesn't work for you, just stay where you are. And let's do our other side. Pushing the top of that foot into your hand. Hips push forward a little bit. You can stay here or go into that dancer. And release. Nice big inhale. And exhale. And one more time. And exhale. Nice work, you guys. Thanks for all your fantastic suggestions. I did stuff I haven't thought about in a long time, like that lateral lunge with the twist. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Thanks, Molly.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Molly.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna be so sore. Oh man.